Yo, what's cracking, man? It's your homeboy the Guru here. Back at you live, episode 1, season 2. Feel me, 2020 is biatch. Got a couple friends in it. Well, one is just a friend. Mike is not my friend no more. Nah, I got my homeboy Mike Lake on the boards, Claude on the camera, T was cracking. Good. Decided to be back at y'all ass again for this season 2. My last show, season 1, was I gave y'all a recap. Season 1. I want to tell everybody I really, really appreciate you for all your support. It's been a hell of a journey, man. You know what I'm saying? From all the people that I tapped in with over this last year. Matter of fact, next month in March will be my 1-year anniversary. So I want to say I appreciate everybody for their support efforts. I remember telling Mike what I wanted to do, and he took my vision to the next level, audio wise. So now we're adding the visual to it. So hope I look good to y'all. I know to your girl I do, but we ain't gonna get into all that. So the first topic I have for this season 2 is false prophets, man. Cole told y'all about the false prophets a couple albums ago, and pretty much what he was saying. When it comes to false prophets, to me, it's one of those things where it's like people they think they walk in the likeness of Christ and they really don't. They out here doing dirt. You know what I'm saying? Trying to fuck people over, screw them over. They do anything for a capital gain or opportunity. And, if you're leading in, like, for instance, these false preachers, I would never understand how people get into, like, say, for instance, you get into a financial bind and, you think your pastor is there for you, to comfort you and console you. He's scheming on you the whole time about some bread. You know what I'm saying? That's a false prophet to me. And I never understood that whole ordeal. You go to somebody, confessing your sins, like, man, I stole money out my mom's purse, or I slapped my girl a couple times, or whatever the case may be. And he's sitting up there, learning all your business, and be like, yeah, just make sure I see you in church tomorrow. I'm gonna slip that $50 in that collection plate, man. That's what a false prophet is. And I'm not taking away nothing for. There's really a lot of honorable pastors and ministers that walk in the likeness of Christ, and they are sent here to do His work. But we're talking about the busters that pull up in the Rolls Royces at the church when the church needs maintenance. No fucking air in the church. Cockroaches crawling everywhere, man. So those are the busters I'm talking about. But if I offend you, I really don't give a fuck. But I'm just telling you how I feel, because I'm giving it to you from my experience and what I've seen. And I'm more religious. I'm more spiritual than religious. You know what I'm saying? There is a high power while we're, in this being right now. So. And obviously, it's got to be something better than this evil-ass world we live in, man. But while I'm here, God willing, get the most out of quality of life. I want the nicest cars. I want the baddest chicks. I want the nicest cribs. I want all of that for my life. I feel like quality of life is very important. But I just wanted to share that little tidbit with y'all to make sure y'all don't be so gullible when somebody's saying, yeah, I'm all about God, and then they show you that they're doing evil. These, pastors or people that's in the church that touch kids, and I think, they have a lot of mental illness. You're a grown ass man. You have a desire for little girls. That's definitely mental illness, and you should get your ass beat. You should be under the jail for that. Death is a stretch depending on what you do. You know what I'm saying? But people got daughters and nieces and little sisters, man. You shouldn't be, desiring, little girls and, little boys too, man. Like, you shouldn't be desiring children. That's a whole nother level. No Jerry Sandusky. I know he's not a pastor or anything, but he did desire little little boys. But so yeah, man, so I wanted to open the show with that, man, with the false prophet shit. I'm gonna segue into my next topic I have is how to handle disrespect. And it's to me, when I was a little younger, I always felt like, you know, I'm gonna take it to the extreme. You know, somebody disrespect, like it was one of those you violate, I demonstrate type of ordeals. But the older I get, I'm learning. You know, it's a way you do things and how you handle yourself. Cause you never know who's watching you, and you could be an inspiration for somebody. Like, damn, you know. Now I ain't saying you in the club, cat step in your shoes and say him instead of him saying excuse me, say what you gonna do about it. Then it's time to take it there. But if somebody say some gossiping about you or some shit like that, or if you get offended, you don't want to give that much stake to a person if they're talking about you and you get offended. You let by you getting offended, that's letting them know that they can stay rent free in your mind and what they're saying about you is true. So don't ever succumb to take it to the extreme, want to put hands on them. You can easily check somebody, respectfully, be like, yo, pull them to the side. You're like, yo, bro, man to man, a man to woman, however the ordeal is. Like, look, bro, I don't appreciate what you said. What you're saying about me isn't true. And they'll be so taken aback because, cowards, they throw rocks and hide their hands, you know what I'm saying? So the truth always gonna come to the light. So if they, spilling some bad shit about you, it's not true. They jealous of you. You pushing a nice car, you got a nice girl, you got a nice crib. They jealous. They all jealous about that. You know what I'm saying? So don't ever, man. It's all how you carry yourself. You feel me? Don't ever be like, put my hands on you. And like I said, it's time. It's a time and a place for that. But me, I feel like, man, I'm too old out here to be fighting. So it's one of those things. Check a man respectfully. I think he'll respect that more. As a matter of fact, I did that the other day. I was at work. I'm not gonna name my employer, but I made a mistake. Because we all make mistakes. We're human. And he kind of said that I made a mistake in front of the other employees, and I did. I'm not, too big of an ego to not get critique or nothing like that. But I just felt like I felt disrespectful for he, kind of said my mistake on blast in front of the other employees that I didn't appreciate. So I pulled him to the side, man. The man was like, hey, man, I really don't appreciate that you did that. The younger me would have been like, bro, we're going to throw hands outside. But then again, I really like where I work. So I'm just like, I'm not going to throw it away for some buster. You know what I'm saying? So I pulled him to the side and he respected it. He's like, yeah, Guru, I'm sorry. I would never do that again. I'm like, yeah, you a bitch. And I just want you to know that, you feel me? And I walked off and I went home. But, nah, man, but I just want to tell my people, man, my fellas out there, my ladies out there, you know what I'm saying? Let's carry ourselves with respect, especially us black people, because they already anticipate we the angry people in the workplace or wherever, your line of work, whatever you do, man, as black people, we got to carry ourselves, and humans, period, we got to carry ourselves in a certain manner, man. So I just wanted to leave that on y'all brain. Next subject, man, I just wanted to say, this ain't even in my notes, but I'm going to go a little off the script, man. I want to say rest in peace, Kobe Bryant, for sure. I'm still fucked up about that, man. All his daughter, Gianna, and all the other people that lost their lives, in a helicopter crash. And, and it just, I guess it goes hand in hand with my understanding what you don't understand and asking yourself why. Because I'm just like, for those first few days, like I was just telling y'all, I am, very spiritual. So I was like, damn, why bad shit happen to good people, man? Like, this man was just doing to being there for his daughter, being a great husband. And Kobe was very inspirational to me, not only his career on the court, but how he carried himself as a man, especially after he, grew up. We literally watched him grow up to a kid, to a man, you know what I'm saying? From, him having a low cut to his hairline receding and all that stuff. I just want to throw a little joke in there. I love you, Kobe, but I just felt like his evolution, man, was beautiful, and he really gave me, inspiration to be a family man and, be a husband one day, and I just never understood, like, damn, man, why the bad shit happen to good people? So when somebody say, Guru, you a good person, that really, it scares me, man, because it's just like I was having, you know, my faith tested, because it's just like, you know, Lord, I never test you or question you, but if bad shit happens to good people, and everybody that's doing evil in this world still out here prospering and doing, you know, living their life, you know, having all these things that, you know, high quality of life, money, fame, or whatever. You know, people like Kobe Bryant, Martin Luther King, Nipsey Hussle, Malcolm X, all these honorable people that wanted to do nothing but, you know, give back to their people and uplift their people. and uplift and uplift their people, man.
My bad, I'm sorry.
It's all good. And uplift their people. You know, I just felt like, damn, I felt like it wasn't time for Kobe to go yet, man. I thought Kobe was gonna be one of those, you know, players like, you know, he gonna be an old man still trying to get out there and bust these young boys' ass on the court, man. And it's so funny how ironic things happen, because I was just talking about him that Saturday. I was at my boy crib and was watching that game with LeBron that passed him up on the scoring list, and I was like, you know, I was saying, man, Kobe. I said he was a buster that night because, you know, I was talking about how he snitched on Paul Gasol and Shaq. But I've been a Kobe fan since I was 5 years old, bro. That's what actually made me fall in love with the game of basketball, because I was too young for Mike. I saw Mike on the back end of his career, but, you know, I was 5 years old, you know, when Kobe came into the league. And I remember my mom bought me this poster. It's called Lake Show Best Show, with him, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel. And, you know, back in the day, man, I think I was first grade or kindergarten when I got that poster. And so, you know, I was a Laker fan for a long time until he retired, and started liking the Orlando Magic because my favorite player wasn't playing no more. So, you know, for those that know me on that I was a Magic fan, yes, you know, I've been a Magic fan for the last 4 or 5 years, but, you know, I was a Laker fan for as long as I can remember. I remember I had a Kobe jersey, the number 8. Now I'm like 11, 12 years old. And I went to iron the jersey. Me being a kid, forgot to adjust the iron to the polyester, and I fucking burned my jersey, man. I cried. I'm still emotional about that to this day. I went to iron it because it was kind of wrinkled. Went to put the iron over it, and I lift up the iron, and all I see is like yellow on the fucking iron burnt. And I'm like, damn, I cried for days. My mom's like, you ain't getting another one because you fucked that one up. But I was like, damn, Mom. But, you know, it's crazy. This is one regret I have. I never seen Kobe live. And I wanted to go watch him on his farewell tour when he came here to Orlando. But I didn't have the time. That's the only thing that's sad, that make me sad. I didn't get to see, you know, one of my heroes live. And it's just crazy because Nipsey Hussle was a hero of mine, and Kobe was a hero of mine. Like, damn, man, like not even a year later this happened. I'm like, damn, 2020, this how we finna start it off. You know, damn, we ain't even like, we just got started. And that's where like I said, my faith was tested. It's like, damn, why the bad shit happen to good people? You know, why can't you take these people that's, you know, that do evil shit? I don't understand, but I know everybody have their time. And what's so heartbreaking, not only was his little girl and his little girls on the helicopter, those other little girls and those people that will never get to see their families again. And they had said he had went to church right before he got on the helicopter, and that's what's so heartbreaking. Like, he went to pray, and I'm just like, damn, man, like, you just never know. So I just want to tell all my people, if you have a gripe with somebody, even though it's some petty shit, fix that shit, man. I know we're not here long. And one thing that really put in perspective for me was, we're here temporary. You know what I'm saying? Temporary. We're on a temporary basis. So tell your family you love them. Tell your friends you love them. Tell people you appreciate them while they can hear you. And like I said, that whole cliche, give them their flowers while they can smell them. Please tell them that, because you never know, man. And cherish the moments, man. Like, the other day, I felt so, you know, great because I took my grandfather out to dinner for his birthday. He just turned 71. And it really made me emotional because I'm fortunate enough to have my grandparents here with me. A lot of people don't have their grandparents. So when I talk about, cherishing the moment, and I'm like, I don't want to take no picture. I want to cherish this in my heart and my mind because this is very important because you don't know when people's last day. So you have your argument with your a cousin or something, and now I know some things aren't repairable and they're salvageable. I get that, you know what I'm saying? But if it's fixable and both parties are just being on some egotistical shit, fix that shit, man, because it's never too late. And egos ain't big enough. I don't think nobody's ego is big enough for nothing to be fixed. If there's no bloodshed, the dude ain't smashed a girl or he don't owe you no bread, fix that shit, man. I'm trying to be serious, man. But like I said, if it ain't one of them three things, and no bloodshed and no lives lost,
perfect.
Fix that, man. So like I want to say, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace to the Mamba, to the Black Mamba, and you can apply that mentality whether you at work, like, man, I'm finna kill this shit today. Give your job a reason to keep you at it, because they want to get rid of you. Trust me, save that money. So give them a reason to keep you. That's my approach. I got two of them, so I give both employers, damn, we like this guy. I do my part to make the company's philosophy go forward, man. And, just like with this podcasting thing, I know I told y'all when I was wrapping up season 1, I'm not going to take a break if I can help it. Last time I told y'all I was in between jobs. I got 2. So now I got my schedule set. I'm going to be more consistent. And it feels good, man, that, all my supporters from all the social medias, man, that from past episodes, Guru, man, you made me cry. My girlfriend is going through this and my boyfriend is going through this. This is why. That was validation. Like, damn, the people fuck with me. And that's why I keep doing this, man. So now you get to see me on the big screen on your YouTube. And I'm looking right at you. You owe me some money. Whoever, you owe me money, so pay me. But but next subject, man, I just wanted to say rest in peace, my dog Hustle and Kobe. May y'all legacy live on forever. The marathon continues. The Black Mamba legacy will continue for sure. Little side note, my dog Aaron Gordon from the Orlando Magic got robbed last night. And I'm so happy I didn't watch it because somebody asked me was I going to watch it. And I told him no because he got robbed in 2016. And I'm glad I didn't watch that because I know I'd been furious. And Dwayne Wade, you a buster. I'm looking at the camera right now. You gave my dog a 9. And we clearly should have got a 10. And Derek, I forgot his last name. On the Heat. I forgot his name. You gave him a 9. You gave him a 10 because he's a Heat player. And clearly his dunks weren't better than Aaron Gordon's. So I don't blame Aaron Gordon for not wanting to do it again.
Jones Jr.
Derrick Jones Jr. Yeah, he didn't even know he won. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to throw a little side note in that. Aaron Gordon, the hood know you won, bro. The streets know, bro. You know what I mean? So next subject, I'm gonna jump into how to face defeat and build character. Very important because, when you take a loss, it's easy to be negative. You know what I'm saying? It takes more energy it takes more energy to be positive, being negative. When you take a loss, it's one of those things where actually look at it as, I'm down right now. She ain't fucking with me right now, but once I get my bread up, she gonna be all on my jock again. No, I'm just kidding, but no, but recently I took a loss. I was trying to get something, done, accomplished, and I couldn't do it at the time, and I just couldn't understand why. But I'm happy I went through what I went through because now I understand the politics of the game, and life is a game. That's what the older I get, like, life is a game, man. It's all how you play the shit, and, whether what you gonna do, you gonna fear, you gonna face everything and rise, or, fear everything and run. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the F stand, I just made that shit up. But y'all get what I'm trying to say. One of those two philosophies, what you gonna subscribe yourself to? You know what I'm saying? So whether you I'm gonna keep it 100. I was in a situation where it wasn't conducive for me anymore, and I was just trying to figure out what I'm gonna do to bounce back. I'm not gonna get personal, but I just was living to the point where you're gonna approach shit with your cup half full or half empty, and you can't do anything if your cup is empty. You feel me? So you just take a step back and be like, you know what? I'm gonna be a better man. I'm gonna be a better person. What could I have done to make the situation conducive? So there's really no losses, and it's really not. You think you're taking a loss, but you're really learning, and you're just getting prepped for a better situation. Not saying that situation wasn't good, because it was great, but at the same time, it's one of those things where you just have to self-analyze yourself, self-check, and be able to come back to the next situation better, mentally sharper. That's what I pride myself on, being mentally sharp, on point all the time, and being able to be a shoulder to lean on for my family and friends, man. I always love doing that. So if I'm not 100%, how can I be there to my people to depend on me? So, like I said, when you take a loss, it's not really a loss. It's actually a win, because you're winning. You're learning the lesson, and the best experience in life best learning experience in life is experience itself. So, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna come back at you, and I'll be back at y'all in a minute. Yo, what's up, man? I'm back. Fuck all that somber shit. I was emotionalist. Emotional, not emotionalist. And, you know what I'm saying? I just wanted to tell y'all that I really don't care what y'all think. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really don't care. Like, I'm here. This is what's gonna happen. So I just give y'all a short recap for the dummies out there. I was talking about false prophets, giving people their flowers while they can smell them, how to deal with disrespect. Except if you disrespect me, it's gonna be your ass. So I want to incorporate something in the show right now. I got my boys in the back. I told them to ask me a couple questions. So this is what we're gonna do. So for my people that's listening to audio, what I'm doing right now, I'm asking questions. I'm gonna get asked some questions, and let's see. I'm gonna answer them to the best of my ability.
Why you hate Jay-Z so much?
Why? Why do I hate Jay-Z so much?
No, for real talk. Do you hate? What is it about Jay-Z that just irks you?
It's the whole, I'm not loyal to a person. I'm loyal to the bad kind of philosophy. We all living in a society where, yes, you want to take care of your family. You want to be able to. Hell, I like money. That's why I got 2 jobs. So, but it boils down to me where I just see dude as an opportunist. Like, I don't see him as somebody. Now, I am a fan of his music, like the early shit, and I stated that. Like I said, it's one of those things where he's just opportunist to me, a snake. So is Diddy. You know what I'm saying? I tie them both together because they play by the dirty rules, man. It's no integrity. It's just, I don't have no consciousness. Whatever, I step on anybody told to get where I need to go, and that's what dudes strike me as. And so yeah, but great time.
But do you think that because Jay-Z, Diddy, before they became Jay-Z and Diddy, do you think that they almost kind of seduced by the entertainment industry, the hip hop industry, the business aspect that has kind of made them these almost like they use the word sellout a lot. Some people would say that's accurate, some people say that's not accurate.
Right.
But do you think that that's because you said you fuck with the music?
Yeah.
Were you cool with Jay-Z, Diddy prior? Like, what was the thing that made them that way with you?
I just seen how Puff with Puff. I just seen how Puff just held the Locks Publishing, and anybody that know music, knowing that's your livelihood. That's how you keep the income coming in, especially if you ain't doing shows. If you ain't, I see Mike already got the phone, but that's how, royalties, publishing, and Puff for some reason didn't want to let that shit go. Till they pretty much started like, bro, we gonna beat your ass if you don't give us what we need. Let us go. Because they had the whole Let the Locks Go campaign. My thing is, when you sign a contract, both parties are obligated to, if I sign a contract, I make 5 albums, I made my 5 albums, I've done my job to my job description to the T, no pun intended. And it's time to, once the obligation is fulfilled, let me move forward, or we can re-up on another contract. And I felt he didn't want to let them go for some odd reason, because publishing is worth a lot, and that's why he had their catalog, and he has Biggie. So I don't know if he gave it to his Biggs family. I don't know. It's been rumored that he's holding on to that still. So every time you hear Juicy on the radio, or any time you stream Life After Death or Ready to Die, there's money in his pocket. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, I'm not saying Puff didn't take care of Biggs family. I'm not saying that, but a lot of that shit is owed to Miss Wallace. You know what I'm saying? And I hope that Suge did the same thing with Tupac's mom. You know what I'm saying? Suge, it's rumored for him to be dirty too. To answer your question, bro, yes, I do think that they were turned out in the industry. Not no Illuminati shit. I ain't saying that, but the industry is full of devils, and it's one of those things. Hey, do you want to get to a certain level? You out the hood. You know what I'm saying? We all come from where we come from. You want this Bentley? You want these bad bras? Well, you come in the back, we're going to have a private party. And I'm not even saying no gay acts are being done or these, but...
so I'm going to shift, because I know you can talk about Jay and Diddy all day. So I'm going to shift. You do sports. I know you do sports and everything like that. What do you think about Wade and his son right now? How he's handling that? And... what's your take on it?
Restate the question.
You restate the question.
Okay. T just asked me, my homeboy in the back, he just asked me how do I feel about how Dwayne Wade is handling his son, and what's going on with that right now. First and foremost, even though Dwayne Wade robbed my dog Aaron Gordon last night, I put that aside. I think he's handled it to the best of his ability, and that's honorable to me in that certain aspect, in that capacity. I will say that, that's dope that you're supporting your child. My opinion is your child don't really know all about that just yet. He's still a very young man to know what's what and how should he identify with what, but I'm not here to judge. I'm just saying, as far as for me, when I was 11, 12, I knew, I liked girls, but I didn't know what the hell I was, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I ain't know, I didn't know yet until I think all that shit started happening to me, really wanted to take it to another level with girls when I got to high school, early, my freshman, 8th, 9th grade, you feel me? 13, 14.
Right.
You 11, 12, you don't need to be knowing nothing about that right now. You know what I'm saying? And also, T, we're in the environment society where these phones is raising our kids, man. TV and what they see on TV, man. And I know I ain't a parent, but y'all are, and y'all are great fathers, by the way. It's one of those things where we have to pretty much put a cap on what our children, what's going in their brains, and obviously we ain't around them all the time. That's why you should be trusting the institution to teach them the right way. But as far as what Dwayne Wade is doing, hell, I feel like it's catch-22. If he comes out and disagrees with it, or you not being supportive of your child. If he agrees with it, it's gonna be some cats like, damn, D-Wade. So I think silence is loud sometimes, and you just come out and support. I don't know how he feels behind the scenes. What he's talking about this publicly, but I know for me personally, I don't agree with that, because you don't know what you know what I'm saying. But hey, that's dope. A black father's being there for his child. So that it like I said, it just goes back to, because our kids are sponges, they're brains. You know what I'm saying? I coach kids 13 to 14, and people ask me in particular why you like that age group, because when I remember when I was in 8th grade going to the 9th grade in my freshman year in high school, you can kind of, not even on the field or on the court, I can kind of mold them to try to get their minds ready to prepare what's going to come, because they're so still impressionable at that, even 13, 14, they're so still impressionable at that age. Because I know when I was in high school, I graduated in 2009, it was off the chain. You was looked at as a lame if you weren't grabbing girls' titties, their ass. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a stack. It was like, damn, if I don't do this, they're gonna look at me like I'm lame, even though I wasn't even ready at the time. But I don't want to be that uncool cat. So I can only imagine what these kids now is facing in high school. It's off the chain.
And don't get me wrong, he may feel, because nobody can say what a child knows or what they feel, what they
Sure.
don't feel. So he may 100% feel that way. I just feel like there may be influence as well. But
Right.
we cannot say that man does not know that he's transsexual or not. So I'm just
and there's science behind it. There's a lot of science that's still questionable when it comes to nature versus nurture. You know, does a child know that they're gay when they're young? Do they develop it younger? Are they born that way? And there's so many questions. But I think the point of everything, Guru, you said it best. D Wade is taking what he got and he's working with it and he's supporting it. And,
Right.
and that's all that matters. You know?
I mean, because right now we in this era, man, that cancel culture is a bitch. Because I'm telling you, like, I know his heart, and I don't know, but and his heart, just like Magic Johnson, one of the highly regarded basketball ever. And I know it gotta hurt you, man, but you gotta support, because if he does not support, he's looked at as somebody, oh, you know, you're homophobic and all this stuff. And I have no problem for the LGBTQ, however many letters in that shit. I don't have. Yeah, I'm not against your lifestyle. No, if it ain't on my toes, it don't have nothing to do with me. But my thing is, I just have a problem with, if I don't necessarily agree with something, then I'm closed-minded. I'm not closed-minded. You know, don't throw it in my face. You know, give me time to process it, and try to understand, you know, where you coming from. But I just feel like sometimes some gay people, you don't agree with, oh, you homophobic. Maybe I'm just not comfortable around that. It doesn't have nothing with me to be homophobic. I'm just not comfortable around that. You know what I'm saying? And everybody has their comfort zone. Everybody has their boundaries. And I have no problem with nobody, but it's just one of those things where, you know, don't put it in my face. You know, they don't like when straight people, I got these many girls or whatever. They have a problem with that. So I have a problem with, you know, you pushing your agenda on me. So let's just all be human beings at the end of the day. And that's it. You know what I'm saying?
all right, that's all I got for you. Appreciate you.
I have a less controversial sports question. Maybe it is controversial question.
Right.
You talked about you didn't grow up with Jordan. We grew up that Jordan was Kobe as well.
Right.
Jordan. I mean, I remember 92, 90.
We got the second trilogy.
Yeah.
A lot of the championships that Jordan won, I've seen them live, whatever.
Second repeat.
Right, and so a lot of people, you know, when Kobe died, all of a sudden, already comparison is Kobe. Literally, it was he wasn't gone a damn day, and it was comparing Jordan to Kobe still.
Right.
And Mike and I had this conversation. Somebody said something. I don't remember. It was a couple weeks ago about you know, is Kobe greater than Jordan now?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's kind of like a almost like a trick question. So like now that it's past, you know, Kobe, they haven't had the memorial or the funeral just yet, but I think we've had enough time to kind of digest it. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
My question, out of all the bullshit I just said, is that number one, is that a legitimate question to ask now? Because just not to cut you off, because we asked that same question about Nipsey on the Pour Up a couple episodes ago. And it came up. It was a great question, great conversation about
I'm mad at y'all about that.
So,
by the way,
so I just want to get your opinion on all of that.
Okay. First with the Mike and Kobe thing, you're always going to have comparison conversations because that's what pushes the sports culture forward. Your barber shops or your sports debate shows. The other day, I was getting a cut, not this week but last week, We're talking about who's the bigger star, Ice Cube or Snoop Dogg. I went with Some cat said Cube is a bigger brand.
You know it's Cube.
Anyways, I think Snoop is more of a global icon. No disrespect to what Cube did, but you ask an old lady to a young child who's Snoop Dogg, they'll tell you that faster than Ice Cube. Not taking nothing away with what Cube did, because for what he took it post-career with to get into the movies, he's a prolific movie writer. The Big Three, that's so fucking innovative. So to see a black man take that, but my whole argument, Carl, was what he did. He got bigger post music. Dogg he hadn't had the best movies, but Snoop Dogg is a fucking brand that you can trust. It's you know what I'm saying? Dogg is Nobody called Ice Cube Like, come on. Not saying he's not, because it wasn't for Cube. It's a treat. He's one of the founding fathers on the West, but Dogg is down there. But Dogg it's Snoop Dogg.
Dogg
man.
is definitely into some trees.
That's man. You know what I mean? But it's definitely, you can have that comparison, because people were doing that before Kobe. His untimely demise. That was the closest thing we seen to Mike. Y'all seen him live in person. I didn't see him till later on when he was washed up with the Wizards. But he, you know what I'm saying? So it was
disrespectful, bro.
So disrespectful, but it's okay.
Nah, I was kidding. But
it's true though.
The truth can't hurt.
But so it's one of those things, man, where it's great to have those conversations, because you get to see people's different perspective. And that's the beauty in sports. Fuck the racial shit. Fuck the your sexual orientation, whatever have you. It brings people together. You know what I'm saying? So you can definitely have that conversation. And you was having it when he was alive. You damn sure having it when he's not here. He just won't be here to see the fruits of the labor, and it hurts my heart, because he was definitely going into the hall, and
still is.
No doubt. But just to get those flowers and people saying it fucking sucks. But my issue I had with y'all and Nipsey thing, obviously everybody know he's that when he's one of the artists near and dear to me. And when y'all said that the record sales
don't mean shit.
It's like the impact that this man has on, hell, look at me, you know what I'm saying? Like the influence, bro, just the whole, like everything, bro. That doesn't mean nothing to me, the record sales, because there were people here giving him his flowers. Not many, but obviously every artist gets bigger when he dies. That's just, line him up from Pop to Big Ed, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Whoever died, you know what I'm saying? Whitney Houston, whatever artist. The whole fucking, is he a legend? Hustle was a legend before he died, bro. Just from the entrepreneurship to he had his own management company to a fucking prolific marketing genius. Who the fuck wanted to charge $100?
Music, the man he was, what he meant to
all of that.
And bro, I'm sorry, I'm with you.
Hustle is definitely a hero of mine, and I study him like still to this day. You know what I'm saying? And definitely love him. And I never had an older sibling. He was the closest that to the music. Like you can literally evolve through his bars, man. Just how everybody feel about Jay-Z. Hustle is my Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? Through the words, like anything you go through, pull up the discography where you going through whatever. He has a song I really listen to every day. It's called "I Don't Stress," and he first few bars of the song goes, "I don't stress out, nigga. Wait on my show to bring the best out, nigga. Get it right or you get left out, nigga." And then like the first, I'm not gonna say the whole verse, but he goes playing Pac in my cassette loud, nigga. I remember feeling like a stepchild, nigga. Black Sam tell me poke your chest. That's his older brother. So his older brother saying, stop fucking around sitting complaining. Boss up. You know what I'm saying? I would hate to see my mama stressed out. Nobody likes to see their mama stressed out. You know what I'm saying? We all been in a position where we asked our mom for something. Mom, can I get these shoes? And she no, I'm already, giving you food and shelter. I gotta go get it on my own. You know what I'm saying? So songs like that, so when they do compare him to Snoop Dogg, Nipsey's way better than Snoop. not saying Snoop isn't good, but the message is totally different. Snoop's all about being a smooth dude with the girls, smoking weed. Nipsey's very conscious, and I'm a conscious person, so that's why it intertwined with the, so. But yeah, man. So that's all.
You feel better getting that off your chest.
Yeah, I was like, man, fuck them, dog. You talking about hustle ain't what? Hustle been a legend. But yeah. So my next subject I'm gonna get into is just I don't know. I'm finna go off the script. What's going on, man? What's going on?
Tell me about how you feel about staying on the Kobe subject.
Okay.
Tell me how you feel about the Gayle King. We talked about it last week on the Pour-Up.
Yeah. Very very classless, very distasteful, very disrespectful, very dysfunctional. Anything I can say, she was that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's very out of line. The man ain't even in the ground yet. Hell, if he was, you shouldn't be asking that fucking question. And you double down and be like, well, we don't know that. Yes. Lisa Leslie told you, I've been places with this guy. He's not like that. But for some odd reason, Gayle King, Oprah, all these big on time anchors or whatever they are. Honestly, I'm gonna keep it a stack. I didn't even know who Gayle King was till this came out. I didn't know who the fuck she was. She wasn't on my radar.
Do you think the question should have been asked? Because I know I know everybody keeps on saying it's part of his past or whatever, but he wasn't charged. So now, anything that is ever brought up, are we supposed to automatically address that? Do you think that question is relevant to his history?
The bias in me says no. The Kobe fan in me, the hero that he was to me, said hell no. You should never ask no bad shit. But in the grand scheme of things, you're gonna have to, because when somebody writes his story in an autobiography or when you even put it in a movie, it's there. Just like if you tell OJ's story. You know what I'm saying? When they did it.
That's a pretty big part of OJ's story. I don't know if you compare that.
No, I'm not gonna, man.
Damn. That's something different.
That's a little different.
No, when you talk about OJ, because on the 30 for 30 on ESPN side, they could have strictly just said, how he was a great college player to Pro Bowl, to a Hall of Famer in the NFL. But they took that and they started talking about that particular case. But my whole point was when you talk about that gets brought up. So nobody talks about how he was the best running backs, one of the best, I'm not saying he is, but he's one of the best running backs ever to play without bringing that up. So I'm saying, do I feel like people should bring it up when they talk? Fuck no. You know what I'm saying?
I think, because I liken it to, you're a Bucks fan.
Die hard.
Jameis Winston, that was something that came up, his rape allegations back in, 4 or 5 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Was he or did he?
It never went.
They settled.
There was no charges for him for that. For the thing back in college. So I liken it to that. That comes up. I mean, it'll come up randomly during a Bucks game.
You'll have your busters that, like I said, won't. To me, it's all about the character and the integrity of the man. You know what I'm saying? If I don't like when people hold me to the same regard. I'm 28. You still talking about when I was 17, the shit I did. You shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I'm clearly not who I was as a teenager and who I am now. Let's focus on who I am now. Is it a part of my story? Yeah. But if you bring it up, it's sensitive boundaries. You know what I'm saying? Disrespectful to his wife, they're mourning. You know what I'm saying? And don't do that shit. But on the other side of the spectrum, everybody's like, oh, well, he shouldn't have did that. That's an older black lady. She had no respect for his family. His mom's an older black woman. His grandmother's an older black. His aunties, all of them.
You're talking about Snoopy's.
Yeah, Kobe's. When Snoop called a funky head, dog head bitch. You know what I'm saying? And that was warranted. I just feel like shouldn't have said, we gonna come get you. I'm all for that, because you know how they gonna react. Yeah. But cussing out, hell yeah, do that. But she got to know.
So to your response, it don't even have to be about Kobe or anybody famous. So now we subscribe to shit that we may hear about somebody and take it to face, and now it's part of our story no matter what?
No.
But at the same time, like you said, though, we have to, in Kobe's, like, what deciphers what's what? Like, I don't want, that's not me. if somebody said something about me, I'm not expecting you to take that as face value without you coming to me, or if it's something that's completely not true, but you're saying at the same time, well, we have to talk about it because it was brought up. So you can just what you said, it's all about the man's character. So now my character is slandered because of what somebody said or something that may have not even happened. So now I have to subscribe to that?
I meant it in the sense of, when they're gonna tell his story, because they will, and they're gonna, like I said, they're gonna make a movie about him. I know.
Who's gonna play him?
Mike.
Kevin Hart.
Who you talking about? Lil Mike Jr. Yeah.
Lil Mike,
Yeah.
No, but in the Hollywood aspect, when I'm sitting here with your family, or we're gonna write a book, we're gonna talk about everything, your life. But just normal conversations on ESPN, hell no. We not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not what this is. You know what I'm saying? When we tell a story, that's when,
Do you think
the memoir.
Cool. Do you think it would have been better for Gail to ask Lisa off the record to see if there was news there? Because here's my thought on that. If Lisa Leslie would have been like, yeah, actually, I felt weird about that. I noticed something. But then that's news. You
right.
know? Obviously, Lisa Leslie said, nah, that's bullshit. It's not true.
That's my brother.
So do you think that it maybe should have been an off the record question?
Well, it goes to who Gail is, and let's take the first 3 letters of her name. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man.
Jokes. They just jokes.
Oh
people.
my God.
They just jokes, man.
Oh God.
Jokes.
I better put y'all disclaimer in here.
Oh my God.
Just jokes. No, but as far as saying something off air, everybody talk how they talk, in confines of their household or off the record. When it comes to millions of people seeing this, please don't ask that question, because and then the follow up behind it, the bullshit about CBS or whatever. They may have it on the notes itinerary, but it's up to you. It goes back to the integrity. I'm not finna ask this question because this dead ass wrong. You know what I'm saying? And that goes back to my whole being loyal to the bag. Fuck that. I got to get this check. It all goes who you are as your integrity. Certain things, your moral compass shouldn't. I'm not gonna ask this question.
All right.
I'm gonna state one last question on this topic, just because I'm in the zone.
Yeah.
Do you think, because there's a lot of players, basketball, football, baseball, soccer, all of them that have been accused of stuff like this.
Right.
I take a look at it like a Ben Roethlisberger, who we know had issues. He was accused
2-3 times.
2-3 times.
Facts.
You can watch him play and that don't come up. Do you think that there is a...
Oh, yeah.
But I ain't gotta say it.
I know you. Yes.
Go ahead.
Absolutely, bro.
Speak on that.
When you're fair skinned and an athlete, well, hell, like, period, it's like you get that things get discounted, for you, like we just said, Big Ben, he had those, they don't come up. He's highly regarded as one of the greatest, in this last modern era. He's definitely a Hall of Famer. Great player. I respect his game, but he doesn't have any blemishes on his reps, and when it's time for him to go into the Hall, that won't hold him back. You know what I'm saying? And it's very unfair. Opposed to a black athlete, you know what I'm saying? They gave T.O. hell, and he never had any off the field issues like that. But they started pulling shit out their ass and making up rules as they go. Oh, now it becomes off the field, locker room stuff. When that wasn't the case before he came up. You know what I'm saying? You got busters like Donovan McNabb. I'm looking on the camera. You got busters like Donovan McNabb bringing up old petty shit that has nothing to do with anything. And not one person has came out and said T.O. was a bad teammate. Nobody. But you got your Skip Baylesses that holds weight and in the sports media tearing him down. You know what I'm saying? So, black athlete speaks up. Something wrong with him. He's crazy. Tom Brady cussed out a whole bunch of his coaches. Not one word about that. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely, two different elements to things when it comes to that, man. You know what I'm saying? So, but all right, that's all I got for this week. Episode 1, Season 2, Groove Speaks Podcast. I'm no longer on Shift Division Media. I'm announcing it right now. on camera. I'm going independent. Like my dog Hustle. Nah, I'm just kidding. I want to say thank you to my whole team, SVM, Mike, Cash, T, Claude, everybody, man. We're going to have a lot of fun this year. We're going to go up a notch, and we're going to take this shit to the next level. And one more thing before I wrap it up. Please make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube page, Shifted Vision Media, Instagram, Shifted Vision Media. Follow your boy on Twitter, Guru813. If you don't know what 813 is, it's the area code of Tampa, Florida. If you still don't understand that, do your Googles. Follow me on Instagram, Guru Speaks Podcast, GURUSPEAKS PODCAST. Look at my website, GuruSpeaks.life. If you don't know how to spell life, something wrong with you. I don't know if you have a high school diploma or what.
LYPH.
But yeah, follow your dog. Make sure follow me on all my socials. I got a real big announcement. Not the Magic Johnson announcement, but I got a real big announcement coming. Coming real soon. And the likeness and opinions are not of my friends on this show. It's all strictly mine. But yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. Hit me up, leave some comments on my sound. No, I ain't even on SoundCloud. I'm tripping. Leave some comments. It's on my iTunes. Please rate me. Subscribe to the pod. Follow me on YouTube. I'm making my own YouTube. It's gonna be called You Owe Me Money 09. And I'm out of here, biatch. And look for part 2 next year. Next week, man. I'm out of here. Later. God bless. SIP Nipsey Hussle, RIP Kobe Bryant.